So now we have the graph of the cosine, and instead of doing it where I graph it all separately, let's just draw a graph down here, a unit circle down here at the bottom. And again, I have my 0, which is 1, 0. I have my pi over 2, which is 0, 1. I have my pi, which is negative 1, 0. And I have 3 pi over 2, which is 0, negative 1. Okay, so those are really the only points I'm concerned about. Even though they plot a lot of points in the middle, I wouldn't expect you to. Okay, so if I look here, and here's my x-axis, my x is my 0, my pi over 2. It's actually my angles. This is the confusing part, I know. Okay, so those are my angles. And now my y value, well, y here is equal to the cosine of x. And cosine is always my x value on my ordered pair. So if I start here at 0, I can see that the x value that represents the value at 0 radians is 1. And if I go to pi over 2, again, I'm looking at my x value, it's 0. At pi, it's negative 1. At 3 pi over 2, it's 0. And this is 0 also 2 pi. So it goes back to 1. Okay? Are you with me so far?
Yes.
Okay, good. And that's all I'm really graphing. So I'll just show you the points. I have the point x equals 0, y equals 1. So remember, sine started at 0, 0. Cosine starts at 0, 1. Now pi over 2, 0. There it is. Pi negative 1. There it is. 3 pi over 2, 0. There it is. And 2 pi is 1. And there's that point. And then I just connect the dots. So what are the properties of cosine? Again, they're very similar to sine. If you notice, they look almost the same. And I'll show you the comparison in a minute. But it's a set of all real numbers because this continues infinitely in both directions. Notice the range is the same. It goes from -1 to +1. The cosine function is even. Even functions is symmetric around the y-axis. This side of the graph looks like this side of the graph. Like if it was a butterfly, this would be the middle, right? And we can see that both sides are symmetric to each other. So this is symmetric around the y-axis. Cosine is symmetric around the y-axis, which means it's an even function. And again, the same thing is true. It's got a period of 2 pi, because if I start here at 0 and I go through everything, there's the end of my cycle. So this is one cycle. And then here I have 0, 1. It's starting again at 1, and it'll have another cycle that'll look exactly the same, and it'll go on forever. Cosine has a period of 2 pi. I'm going around the circle once, I'm going around 2 pi.